No, are you going to re-engage with Cuba though? I mean, I'm specifically wondering about the Florida
Yes,
communities that are
yes,
incredibly interested in the Cuba issue, and see
yes.
status given to Venezuelans while Cubans are being deported.
The
So,
answer
will you
is yes.
re-engage
I'm
with
going to
Cuba?
engage. Yes, yes. And by the way, what you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things.
So, just to clarify, you're saying that if you are undocumented, you would be able to get a vaccine for free, subsidized.
Yes, yes.
I'd also like to ask you this. This pandemic has exposed, as I've mentioned, so many weaknesses in the healthcare system. The most vulnerable, often black and brown communities, have been handling much of the financial burden. Before the pandemic, you were against comprehensive single-payer system. Now, if Medicare for All came across your desk as the pandemic has hit so hard, would you veto it?
It's not going to come across my desk, but look, the pandemic has not only torn through our nation, devastating families and wrecking economies, it's exacerbated some of the worst inequities.
Mr. Vice President, your opponent in this election, President Trump, has made your mental state a campaign topic. And when asked in June if you'd been tested for cognitive decline, you've responded that you're constantly tested in effect because you're in situations like this on the campaign trail. But please clarify specifically, have you taken a cognitive
No,
test?
I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test? Come on, man. That's like saying before you got in this program, if you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not, what do you think, huh?
That the Justice Department would have, quote, no choice but to prosecute Trump after his presidency. Should you win, would you follow through on the many investigations? Could you envision him, a former president, being prosecuted if the evidence shows wrongdoing?
Look, the Justice Department is not the president's private law firm. It is a very, very unusual thing, and probably not very, how can I say it, good for democracy to be talking about prosecuting former presidents.